Hello dear students, welcome to Bajirao Ias Academy interview guidance program. So as part of discussing different environmental initiatives for which are relevant, which are recently launched by the government. Right. So we will be discussing about the program which primarily aimed at protecting mangrove ecosystem in India. Okay, so this program is called as MISTI. Okay, so the program name is MISTI, and this program is particularly aimed at protecting mangrove ecosystem. Now if you look at UPSC mains and interview, there's a growing relevance for environment and ecology based questions. Okay, so both mains and in interviews. So therefore in this context we will be discussing about this MISTI program. What does this MISTI program is all about? Okay, so what is this program, right? So this program was launched by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in 2023-24 budget. Okay, so this was the new scheme that was introduced in the 2023-2024 union budget. Okay, so this program is actually aimed at building on India's success of afforestation, right? So we all know that India is one of the leading countries in terms of afforestation and afforestation drive. So therefore this has been announced as part of the afforestation program. Okay, so this MISTI program actually means that mangrove initiative for shoreline habitats and tangible incomes. Okay, so this is actually the MISTI program. So that is mangrove initiative for shoreline habitat and tangible incomes, right? So you can see here mangrove initiative for shoreline habitats and tangible incomes, right? So this program is primarily taken up for mangrove plantation or protection of mangrove ecosystem. So this scheme aims to increase the mangrove cover along or across the coastline or salt pan lands in India. Now if you look at the location of these mangrove forests, so they are located in the Sundarban Delta. Okay, so Sundarban Delta, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and across all the coastal states, the mangroves are located. Okay, so with the highest concentration in West Bengal, followed by Gujarat. Even Andaman and Nicobar Islands also have the mangrove presence, and mangroves play a very important role in mitigation of disasters. Okay, so particularly with respect to the cyclones and even tsunamis, and they play a very important role in absorbing the intensity of these disasters. So apart from that, they also have a huge ecological role with respect to strengthening or enhancing biodiversity, providing ecological services, tourism, especially ecotourism. So in all those areas, mangroves have a very key role. So therefore the scheme focusing primarily on Sundarbans Delta. So I hope you know where is this Sundarban Delta. The Sundarban Delta is located where River Ganga meets the Bay of Bengal. Okay, Sundarban Delta and the Hooghly estuary in West Bengal. Okay, so it focuses primarily on this area where the largest concentration of mangroves are in. So the scheme adopts a participatory approach. So participatory approach is actually a democratic approach where every stakeholder or every individual who is impacted by a particular initiative or a particular scheme is part of. Okay, so this participatory initiative is very often the bottom-up approach. Okay, so it is a democratic approach. So participatory approach is very often one of the successful approaches so that were adopted. And apart from that, it also involved the local communities and NGOs to undertake the mangrove plantation activities. Okay, so in participatory approach, so it generally involves the local communities and other NGOs to undertake the mangrove plantation. So the ultimate goal, what is the ultimate goal of the mangrove plantation or the MISTI program, is to sustainably manage the mangrove ecosystem. Now if you look at the mangrove ecosystem has been facing a lot of challenges because of aquaculture, deforestation, okay, so and increasing human settlements, agriculture, and because of all these factors, mangrove ecosystem has been facing extreme stress. So therefore, in this context, we need to sustainably manage the mangrove ecosystem, and that is the main aim, main objective of the MISTI program. Okay, so mangrove initiative for shoreline habitat for tangible incomes. And apart from that, it will also preserve biodiversity. Now if you look at the mangrove ecosystem, they are one of the rich regions of biodiversity. Okay, so it will also improve the resilience of the coastal communities to natural disasters. So this is where mangroves are very important. So they play a very important or key role because so they have the resilience. Now if you look at the storm surges, so their intensity is being reduced by the mangroves, and even if there's a cyclone or tsunami threat, so their intensity will also be reduced by these mangroves. So because of these reasons, because of its resilience, because of its role in protecting the coastal communities, strengthening or enhancing their livelihoods, so mangroves ecosystem is very important. So 80% of the project cost is borne by the government of India, and remaining 20% is contributed by the respective state governments. Right? So total 80% is borne by the center and 20% is borne by the state. And this scheme is implemented by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Okay, so this facts are important for your prelims examination as well. So therefore this program is implemented by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So apart from that, we need to understand the Mangrove Alliance for Climate. So Mangrove Alliance for Climate was launched in COP27. Okay, so it was launched in COP27 climate summit with India as a partner. Now in fact, this initiative particularly led by countries like United Arab Emirates, Indonesia. The Mangrove Alliance for Climate includes countries like India, Sri Lanka, Australia, Japan and Spain. Okay, so overall objective of this program, Mangrove Alliance for Climate, it seeks to educate and spread awareness worldwide. Okay, so it spreads awareness worldwide on the role of mangroves in curbing global warming and its potential as a solution to climate change, or its potential as a solution for climate change. Okay, so in this context, if you understand some data with respect to mangroves, mangroves are actually extraordinary tropical forests that grow at an edge or at the edge of the land or sea, which are also rare and increasingly threatened. Okay, so this is some common and basic definition of mangroves. Okay, so mangroves are tropical forests, so they actually grow at the edge of a land and sea, which are also rare and increasingly threatened. And 30 to 50% of mangrove forests have been lost due to various reasons. For example, the shrimp farming, aquaculture, tourism, intrusive coastal development and various other factors. So because of all these factors, around 30 to 50% of the mangroves lost. So therefore there's a need to protect these mangroves, and MISTI program will ensure protection of these mangroves. So mangroves are home to many endangered species, and not just home to endangered species, so they also have a crucial role with respect to protection of biodiversity. So if you look at the benefits of mangroves, it provides habitat for up to 80% of commercially and recreationally important fish species. So this is the first benefit, and this will also ensure protect biodiversity. And after that, the mangrove ecosystem will prevent erosion and stabilize the shorelines. Now the erosion of shorelines is one of the most pressing challenge. So if we plant these mangrove forests across these shorelines, so they can stabilize these shorelines by preventing the erosion. So after that, they will also improve water quality and water clarity. So they reduce wave height by up to 66% during storm events. Even they provide privacy and shade for coastal property owners. Okay, so these are the benefits of mangroves. And apart from that, if we talk about threats that mangrove ecosystem has been facing, include deforestation, pollution, climate change. Okay, so deforestation is one of the major reasons for the loss of mangrove ecosystem across these coastal regions. So in fact, pollution has also been leading to the contamination of waters. So contamination of waters further leads to the loss of these mangrove ecosystems. Even climate change is also another major reason. So therefore, in this context, we need to protect mangroves, and we need to encourage plantation of mangrove plants. Okay, so therefore programs like MISTI and Mangrove Alliance for Climate are very important, very relevant for the protection and conservation of mangrove ecosystems. So because they have multiple benefits, okay, for the ecosystem, ecology, biodiversity, for the human kind, and even to prevent the erosion of natural resources. So in all those factors, mangroves have a very important and a very key role. So because of this reason, programs like MISTI are very important. So that's all in this lecture. Thank you.